everybody. This is the Who's Riding Shotgun show. My name is Sally Hendrick. I am a social media strategy and technology coach, and I've got 3 guests here today. Erica Ortiz. Hello.
Hi there.
And Fabienne Raphael.
Hi.
And Vicki Conley.
Hello.
And Erica, where are you from?
I'm from Tampa, Florida.
Okay, so you're in Tampa, East Coast. Vicki's from Colorado, but she's in Arizona today at a friend's house in Mountain Time right now. And Fabienne is in Montreal. Are you in Montreal right now?
Yes, and it's cold.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. If you guys would want to follow each other on here, just go click the person next to the name in your screen, like right where it says Vicki's name, Fabienne, Erica. Anyway, sorry, some background noise. Somebody's got some television or something, or somebody talking.
No.
Is that in your office, Erica?
It may be. Let me see if I can cut them down a little bit. Sorry about that.
I'm trying to do something else. No. Trying to do a side thing, right?
Exactly.
Yay. Oh, there's Marisa has come in. Simons has engaged. Hey, Marisa, how are you?
Hey,
Thanks,
Marisa.
guys, for joining in. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about what it's like to live the life of, living from your laptop, basically, because it's definitely possible. A lot of people think it's glamorous, and it's not necessarily glamorous, but you do have flexibility and other advantages to it that if that's the way you want your life to be, I find it very helpful in my life, and I figured that you guys do too if you wanted to be on this particular show. So, Erica, why don't you tell us what you're doing with horsepower and heels? What is that?
That's correct. It is basically a women in motorsports site that's developed to help encourage, support, and promote women that are wanting to compete in motorsports and take on a very male-dominated sport. And so we do a lot of promoting of their careers to help them to get the resources they need to be successful on the track.
That's cool. So, who would how do you find these people?
I was an ex-racer myself, so I raced several years ago, and I went through, and there's a lot of very unique experiences for women in that space, and I wished that there was a resource out there that would kind of help navigate that a little bit better for women, and there wasn't one available at the time. So I kind of set out to create it, and I took it on, as just kind of a personal thing for me at first, and then it expanded the more women that I got to talk to that were out there competing. And was able to kind of talk to them and learn about their experiences. And so we're creating a lot of different resources and tools for them out in that space to be able to develop themselves personally and to find the resources that they need to be successful on the track.
Wow. Now, does your website have things that they can go and get? Or how do you attract people in to come into your world, if you will? And how do you work with them?
Well, we have a growing list. It's called the Women in Racing Directory. They can come in and put their names on the list. It brings them into kind of a private email chat where we can kind of bounce questions off of them for content that the site would produce to help target specific areas of need. So we've had some articles that have been written to help them improve their press relations and managing stress, any number of different things that they experience in the racing world that there isn't really a great resource out there to kind of help coach them through it.
Right.
So we've also got some webinar series that is in the mix right now that we're trying to create and to get some experts that can come help to provide resources for them for that as well. So that's on the agenda for later this year. And ultimately, my goal is to try to be able to start working with businesses that are interested in supporting these ladies and getting them the funding that they need, because that is probably the most difficult and the most challenging.
That would be like sponsorship for various things that they're doing, and then those companies would be able to put their logos.
I'm not even over the freaking hall.
Correct.
That's so cool. I have not heard of anybody doing that. And have you guys either?
I have.
Never.
That is really cool.
That's really neat. I mean, that is such a niche because, I mean, think about it. That would be if you were looking for that type of resource, you're probably easily found.
Right. And well, and it's something, we are constantly trying to grow and reach more people, because there are hundreds, even thousands of women that are out there competing. And what I've kind of found out is you're sort of isolated. There is no good one place to gather together. And my goal is to be able to try to connect all of them together so that we can, use each other for support and really help to maybe lessen the load of the new learning experiences that you have to achieve, kind of navigating that world.
Eli is asking, so are you the Danica of drag racing?
That name comes up a lot because she's obviously the most, well-known out there. I don't know that I could carry that torch very well. I would love to have said that I could, but there's been so many women in drag racing, especially, that have really achieved even much more than I was able to during my career. So, I would love to say that sure, I'd love to carry that torch, but I think that there's many, many more that are well qualified to take that role.
So what kind of goals are you setting for this year to develop for the business? Like, are you do you want to do some sort of live event, or are you going to do more things online where people can, how are you going to make more money and bring people in and bring that community together?
Well, right now, my first goal is setting up the webinar series, because most of these ladies are kind of spread out across the country. A live event right now is a little further off on our agenda, but we're looking to try to develop some web products that'll help reach them, and with very specific topics that'll help meet their needs in that area.
Right. And do you have any business partners that are helping you with this, or is it just you, or how is that?
Up until this year, I have actually been a solo. It's been my solo thing. It was a passion on the side, and I've kind of made it into a little bit more, and I'm growing it slowly but surely. And a couple of people have come on board to help me with content this year. I'm really, really grateful to have them on board. And we're looking to grow and keep going.
Wow, that is so cool. This is so interesting. I love it. It was kind of like when I met you, Vicki, and I found out all that you were doing. It was like, wow, I don't know people that do these things. But that's what this show has been about. Well, you'll find out in a minute. That's what this show has been about, is that I've been able to meet all these people from all over the place, and it's been so fun and rewarding. And it just shows you that you can make a business out of anything you want to. You really can. If you want to put your website or how to get in touch with you or something like that over in the chat box, feel free to do that, Erica, and just type that in. Wanted to move forward a little bit, and Fabienne, if you want to give us a little rundown of what you do, I'm very interested in hearing you too.
Well, I'm Fabienne Raphael. I'm an online business coach, a speaker, and a podcaster at Marketing to Crush Your Competitors. And what I do, I help women entrepreneurs build their online business the right way to make it profitable and automated. So like the people I work with, the most problem they have is that they feel like they put a lot of energy everywhere and they don't know where to focus, so they have the best results. So what I do is I help them focus where it gives the better results, the best results, and also help them with their messaging, finding the right audience, and make that business grow the way they want it.
Now, what's your favorite platform to use to help your clients find their people?
Facebook is one of my favorites, actually. And I would say that since I'm a podcaster, well, podcasting has been helping me a lot, not only to connect with my audience, but also to connect with influencers in the market. So with my podcast, I'm able to interview people from all over the world in their area of expertise. And it gives me also the opportunity of meeting so many great people. And I love podcasting. And I think it's a great way to share your knowledge with your audience, but also to connect with a lot of great people. Yeah.
All the people here are about to get in the pool.
Oh, good for them.
Yes, I'm here. I'm in St. Martin with, how many of us? 7 or 8 of us? I think 8 of us right now at this house. And we've got friends that rent this house every year for several weeks, but different people come in each week to stay. enjoy the house. So it's been really nice.
Great.
Today's our last day. We just had our last lunch, and we're talking about, we're going out for our last dinner, and we just, it's almost like, oh, boo-hoo, cry, we're about to be done.
Time to go back to the real world.
Well, and apparently I can't get back there yet because there's ice and snow and everything, and it hasn't snowed this much in Nashville in 13 years.
Wow.
No, so you may be stranded.
Well, at least we changed our flights. I'm not flying into Charlotte. I'm not flying into Charlotte anymore. I'm flying to Miami first. So at least we're not going to be stuck in some random place. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like if we can't land in Charlotte, at least we're not going to be redirected or maybe never take off to begin with. And we'll be back in the state of Miami at the minimum.
Right.
Anyway, so Fabienne, you're working with people then to get them moving. What type of tools do you recommend for people to use to help their automation?
It's mostly like, me personally, I use Ontraport, but it depends at which stage of the business they are. And since I work a lot with people that are starting, I usually recommend Aweber for their automation, like with their email marketing and stuff like that. And then afterward, well, when I speak about automation, I also make them think about the fact that when people get in to have their product or their service, well, they have to think ahead, not only with one thing or one product, because the mistake that people do the most is that they craft a product, for example, or they offer something, but then if someone wants to go a little bit higher or to a higher level, well, they don't have anything to offer them. So it's as if like the business leads to this product or service and then it's done. So I mean, they think about, okay, so after this step, what is the next step that the person can take, and where can that person go in order for them to go like a little bit deeper into their business or into the product or service that you're offering, but also for you to increase, like to leverage your business and make it like eventually like profitable for you. So I make people think about, okay, so what is like a low offer you can make until like the high end product that you can put in your funnel in order to make your business profitable.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Sally is gone.
We lost Sally. Oh, no.
There's the moving seat. Sally is gone. She went to the pool.
Yeah, that's true. They all jumped in the pool without her. So she had to go join them.
Oh, my God. Well, it seems to be like so nice and pretty in St. Martin.
Yeah. Well, I've got a pool outside here. We're going to sit out at the pool later today. The water's too cold to jump in, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she will be back.
Where are you situated, Vicki?
Pardon?
Where are you situated?
Well, I live in Colorado, and I'm currently visiting a friend in the Phoenix area. She lives in Gold Canyon, Arizona. So it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's like 70 degrees today. We have a lot of snow on the ground back in Colorado. I heard it's been warm this week though, so hopefully some of it melted while I was gone. I fly back tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Each year we're wondering how we will get through that winter, but we get through it every year. So
yeah. Actually, where I'm at, we usually don't have too harsh a winters. If we want to see a lot of snow, we can go up into the mountains. But we usually don't get too much snow. But this year we've been getting quite a bit of it. Usually, what we get, is gone in a couple days. But that hasn't happened this year. It's been cold.
No.
So.
I'm a Florida girl, born and raised, so there's no cold for me.
Lucky you.
Yeah, I grew up in Des Moines, Iowa. So Colorado is very mild compared to Des Moines. in Des Moines, it snows in October or November, and it's usually the same snow on the year or same snow on the ground the whole year. Here comes Sally.
Oh, wow.
Looks like she's trying to come back in.
Yeah. So
Maybe.
funny. Yeah.
Gotta
funny how
love
technology sometimes, eh?
Yeah, but then look at this. She's in St. Martin, so it's amazing. It's amazing that she could even be here with us. So I guess you gotta go with the flow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait a sec. I'll just close my curtains because the sun is coming in a lot. Wait a sec.
Oh, it is. Oh, Sally. Oh.
Oh my gosh, I hate that. The internet went out completely here.
Oh, no.
Eli literally had just said, "Oh, you've got good Wi-Fi," and then I went,
I know.
It was your fault. Well, I missed what you were saying. I know the last thing that you were saying, Fabienne, was that well, you're using Ontraport, but you wouldn't necessarily start your clients out on Ontraport because there's a big expense related to that. So,
exactly.
You have to start with the minimal tools first, the free tools, things like that. But a lot of people don't really even know what they're supposed to start with. And I like to help people with that myself because it can get so overwhelming. And next thing you know, you're putting forth hundreds of dollars every month in expenses that you're not ready for.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know how to use it.
Exactly. And especially I would say that when people begin, like they really, really think that they must have the big website and spend like $5,000, $10,000 on it in order to start their business. And sometimes it's just like a presence, a page, a lead page, and then you're all set to start building your list or creating that buzz for people to be there when you're gonna launch that website of yours. So I think also that sometimes people are like they don't know how to start, so they think it's the right way to invest all that money into it. But most of the time when they start, this is not where they necessarily need to put all the money in.
No, they don't. In fact, I learned the hard way, and I think most people do, is that it's actually a good idea to start with a good coach that can get you going in the right direction. Because if you don't hire a coach to kind of give you that guidance, you will make a lot of mistakes and do a lot of backtracking and starting over and, getting yourself into something that you shouldn't have paid for. You can, especially if you pay for an annual membership to something.
Yeah, that's true.
And you're like, oh, I should have just done a couple of months because guess what? I don't want this tool. It's not what I thought it was going to do for me, or I'm not ready for it yet. So it's a good thing to do that. So what about your next 90 days or this year's goals? What are you thinking about?
I'm very, I discovered last year, actually, I started to do a little bit more of speaking gigs, so speaking engagements. And I realized this is where I feel the most comfortable and where I feel like I'm really expressing who I am. So this year I'm focusing on getting more speaking engagements and connect with people directly. Of course, I have a lot of my business is online, but I also love the networking or the direct contact with people. And I think this is one of my strengths as an entrepreneur. I just want to explore that a little bit more. So you might see me a little bit more speaking this year.
Well, that's good. So what type of things are you going to focus on for speaking? Do you have local events or things away or creating your own thing on the road or what?
I have a couple of local events actually. And with my audience that is locally, I do events every 3-4 months with them, but I also want to go because I'm from Canada, so I want to go do some speaking engagements either in USA or in Europe. So I'm trying to find what fits with the audience that I'm targeting and applying or connecting with people that are already organizing events, and then go from there and share my message. So this year is all about connect, build, and automate. These are my 3 words for the year, and this is actually the name of my Facebook group also.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Eli asked, so to have both low-cost products and top-tier products. I kind of agree with that. I don't think you have to go top-tier until you are making money. I don't think you have to. That's the beauty of doing an online business, is that if you get started with something that can give you some traction and have you start making some money, then you can build into it. Like, I was doing the free webinar hookups for a long time. And then finally I broke down and bought Webinar Jam, and I love it. I think it's great, but it's still one more thing, that's $300 or $400, and you got to pay that every year. And, we'll see what happens in a year. Will I keep it? I don't know. Will it be worth the time it saves me? I don't know. I have to wait and see, because I'm pretty savvy at being able to hook all of the free stuff up and still have a funnel, an email marketing funnel to go with it. And so it all, kind of works. Once you kind of set up your own templates, you can just repeat them and not actually spend that money. But then again, the convenience of just kind of filling in the blanks and letting it do its job is awfully nice. So it's just a matter of where you are.
Yes.
A lot of people will buy Ontraport or Infusionsoft or, something like that, and maybe they're not ready for it. I like to send people towards the lower end first to get started. And then once they're maximizing the features and they understand what all they can do, then yes, move into the next one. And it looks like ConvertKit has come in to fill in that middle of the road market above the freebies and the least expensive ones, but not as high as, Infusionsoft and Ontraport. I think I may be jumping to ConvertKit.
Yeah? I don't know ConvertKit.
It's a new one. Take a look at it. It looks pretty cool. It will at least help save me a lot of time, because I do a lot of list management within MailChimp, but I also MailChimp courses and teach people how to maximize MailChimp with all of its features. So just because it is so inexpensive, and you can still get what you need done. All right. So Vicki, you were not going to be on this show today, but I had somebody that didn't really understand anything about Blab. And I was like, I don't think you filled out the application yet. And I needed to make sure you knew what was going on. And she had no idea. She doesn't even have a Twitter account. And I said, tell you what, let's do this next week. Let's do this another week.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I know I commented on your post, I think, when you initially asked for people to be guests. And I said, oh, I would love to do that week. And I actually wrote it down on my calendar, and then I hadn't heard back from you. And
I was full. That week was full. That's why.
Yeah. So this morning when I saw your post, it's like, oh, well, I'm around. So I'll pop in. Yeah.
You're around. Have your laptop, and you're in Arizona, even though you're not home.
I know. And, I've been traveling around a lot this last year or two. And, I'm not making tons of money as living the laptop life, but I'm working on it. I've got a base going. And what my main source of income is at the current moment is I sell products on Amazon and eBay. So I'm in the e-commerce market. And the reason I'm able to sell products on Amazon and be away from home is I use their fulfillment system called FBA, Fulfillment by Amazon. And so I order products wholesale. I go to trade shows in Vegas a couple times a year. I go to trade shows locally, and I order products wholesale, and then I either have them sent to me or I have them sent to an off-site location where they're prepped and then sent into the Amazon warehouses. So when my customers purchase on Amazon, then Amazon takes care of the complete fulfillment experience. They take care of shipping the product to the customers. They take care of all the customer service after the fact. And they do take, a good share of fees. And then the remainder every 2 weeks is deposited into my checking account. So
that's good. I know that you're into hats. The next thing you're doing, those T-shirts and
yes, I've been selling wholesale products on Amazon, and then Amazon just came out in October with a new service, and it's called Merch, MERCH, Merch by Amazon, And it's currently T-shirts only, but since they're calling it merch, we kind of figure they're going to be adding other stuff in the future. And it's T-shirts that are print on demand. Yeah. And so you can go in and, you know, create a graphic. I'm actually working with Sally right now. We're in the process of creating a T-shirt for Sally where we're going to put her logo on a T-shirt, and she'll have a link on Amazon where she can either purchase the T-shirts herself and use for promotional gifts or you know, contest gifts or just, you know, or she could actually sell them, or she can send out her link and people can actually purchase her T-shirts. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm working on getting, you know, one leg of my funnel together to be T-shirts.
Yep.
And that I could totally do anywhere I live. So, or anywhere I live or visit or anything.
So what's going on with the marijuana show? This is the funny part, y'all.
Okay.
This is the shocking part. I was like, what?
I am also on the crew of the marijuana show. And if you go to themarijuanashow.com, you can learn a lot about it. I'm very proud to be a part of the show. It's to a lot of it is to educate the public on the healing properties of cannabis. And what the marijuana show is set up, it's like a Shark Tank for ganjapreneurs. So if anybody has an idea that, you know, that they think is a super idea, not just a pipe dream, they can bring it to the producers of the marijuana show, and you can send them a video pitch, you can send them an email about your idea to apply, and they have Bud Camp, and you would be invited to Bud Camp where you could pitch you learn a little bit about how to promote your product, and you know how to pitch to investors, and then at the end of the day, then you make your pitch to investors. And we just finished filming second season. Well, we didn't finish. We began filming second season in Denver in October, and they're still. They did some filming in LA, some filming in Seattle. I was only involved in the Denver shoot. But second season will be out soon. Right now, it's currently on YouTube. It's on the YouTube channel. We are working on a distribution network. We're going to be in over 50 million homes by the end of this year. Will be available to 50 million homes. They're working on Hulu and Netflix. So working on getting the show on Hulu and Netflix. So that could be really big if that happens. So, and our producer is Wendy Robbins, and she's an Emmy award-winning producer. So it's a very good quality show. I know in October I met we did some filming at a dispensary. They were one of our sponsors, and we were at a dispensary down in Cherry Creek in Denver. And they had flown in a couple of their patients that have had tremendous results, you know, with cannabis for treating seizures, you know, for you know, helping with cancer, for helping with, you know, the after effects of chemo. And we had some amazing stories. So it's been a great experience working on the show. I haven't been active with the show since October. But looking forward to season 2 coming out, and we're getting ready to start planning for season 3. They've got some big sponsors on board for season 3. So
now, do you have goals related to that you're putting into your job, or is that something you don't have control over?
Yeah, I do have a few goals. They're kind of on the back burner right now. I'm still working on getting myself, you know, getting a funnel put together for myself, and that's why I've attached to your coattails. You're helping me in that area, and you know, I'm getting my MailChimp account set up and my lead pages set up so that they work together. But I do have a cannabis theme line of ball cap hats that that I'm going to be promoting through and selling on Amazon. And the show has invited me, to come on and I can sell my hat. They're going to be putting together, they're talking about putting together like an online shopping cart on the website. And so I've been invited to have my products on their website, and if I get brave enough, I could put together a business plan and pitch it to the show. So that's kind of, I don't know whether I want to do that or not. It's like, how big do I want to take this? I don't know.
I don't know. Why not?
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's scary, but it sounds so exciting.
Yeah, like right now I'm dealing in smaller quantities, but people tell you it's not much difference dealing in larger quantities versus smaller quantities. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going to come of that.
If you know the process and you know the people and you know the way that things go, I mean, really, it is just a matter of just scaling it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they're also talking about putting together the bud camp that they do on the show. Their future plans are to bring a bud camp online school and to teach some of these skills, have it open to the public. And they've invited me to teach a 420 friendly Periscope class. So, which I haven't done a whole heck of a lot with Periscope lately. So I do need to brush up on my Periscope skills. I did do a Periscope last night, Sally.
That's good.
Yeah.
I haven't done Periscope in a while.
Yeah. And I've never even hosted a blab myself. I've been a guest on several blabs, but I've never hosted a blab. A couple of years ago, I was working on becoming the Hangout coach, and I was working on Google Hangouts, and I'm very familiar with those, and I use those mainly for private one-on-ones or private group coaching or training things. So and I'm still kind of undecided what I want to do with that too, because I still like Google Hangouts, but they're kind of yesterday's news right now. So
but the platforms still use them though, because I mean, like I like to do live on YouTube all the time, and that hooks into Google Hangouts, so it's the same thing. But
YouTube Live, that's what I use mostly now. I very rarely go into Google Plus. So
right, to start, they're trying to be friendly, but they're trying to do everything. So that's probably why they haven't become, the favorites.
Yeah,
if you will.
Yeah. So, so I don't know what's going to become of this laptop lifestyle. I'm just along for the ride right now, and just enjoying the day in Phoenix today, and while I'm selling things on Amazon.
My husband's in Phoenix right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I think he's at an Alzheimer's convention. He's on their board.
And we're I was going to say we're about 30 or 40 miles actually from Phoenix. So we're east of there.
I know he'll be in Scottsdale too, I think though that the convention may be in Scottsdale.
Okay. We were there
the
last
meeting.
night.
I'm not sure.
We were in Scottsdale my friend is with a company called Plexus, and they've built a new building, and they had a big open house last night in Scottsdale. And so that's where I did my Periscope, at the Plexus grand opening.
From there.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Eli keeps showing me his pictures from St. Martin. He says people are doing smoke with me Periscopes, and then talking about Google Hangouts and that. You must have a whole slew of pictures there. I was definitely at the Sunset Beach Bar the other day. We were all there taking pictures and eating and having a good time. So we've been doing a lot of good dining out and all that. It has been harder, I have to say. This is a vacation for me. This is not a working vacation for me, but I have been able to do a few things because I needed to get some projects out, and then I needed to contact a few people, obviously you guys, to say, hey, we're coming on, in the middle of the day to talk through living this life. if anybody else wants to mention anything else at all about what you're doing, please feel free. And I want you guys to all, if you have an opt-in for somebody to sign up for, please put that in the chat box or your website or whatever. I will put over here that if anybody wants to get into my orangeclub.com, get to my free courses. I have a lot of free social media and the software courses that I do. And that's how to get to that if you want to sign up. I've got a free PicMonkey course and some free Hootsuite courses and some free MailChimp course and just some various things. I've also got a course called Fun with Funnels. You just have to go and take a look at that. And then I have a group that I run on Facebook where I try to keep people up to date on what's going on in the social media world because things are changing so rapidly. And especially with Facebook, I don't know if you guys have noticed lately, all these new features just keep getting dropped in every few days. It's amazing how much more is being brought in, and it's not stopping anytime soon. Facebook is really trying to become the it place to be for just about everything. And, you know, when you've got 1 billion people logging in every day, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's not, there's 1.5 billion on Facebook every month, but there's 1 billion every day. So that it's hard to even discuss going anywhere else. I mean, definitely I use Twitter, LinkedIn, and all these other platforms, but, you know, I could just use Facebook and that's it.
Well,
And now that Facebook has the live stream also, like they will outscore probably Periscope like kind of soon because with Periscope, the thing with the chat going in like on the screen there, then on Facebook, it's so easier to manage. Like when people ask questions, you know, you don't lose them, you see them, and you can actually refer to them easier. I think.
Well, and you can go back and interact with people a lot easier. But right now, the live is only on everybody's personal profiles, but the business profiles, it's harder to get, even though some people might sign up as a public figure. They don't necessarily get the eligibility to do it. And I've been complaining to them for weeks saying, look, you need to be doing this. I spend money on ads. You need to be giving me my blue check mark. I'm ready for the blue check mark. So.
Well, and I think some of the other platforms like Blab and Periscope, you're able to better niche, you know, to find your audience. You can use your good keywords and you can really niche down and then bring them over to your Facebook, and hopefully they engage with you because they may not ever see your posts if they don't.
True, but you can at least on Facebook. You can go in and search people. That's one of my next courses that I'm creating is how to interact with people on Facebook and how to find them and how to know where to go find them without spending the money on Facebook ads all the time. There are certain things you can spend money on, like do low dollar ads to get people into your world, but then there's other creative things that you can do that don't cost anything. Just a little time, obviously, a little bit of research. So that's my next one. That one's called Frat Party, that course.
Frat Party.
It's going to be about interaction and engagement on all the different platforms. And I've got different experts for each one because obviously I can't be the expert in everything. I could try, but it would take me the rest of the year to make the course. Yeah. So what's the point? I'd rather somebody else come in and get an affiliate percentage for sending people to it.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
It only makes sense, right?
Right.
Yep. I got Jen do a mini course on Twitter.
Oops, I missed what you said. Oh, Jen.
Yeah, she's going to do a mini course on Twitter, and Laura Reich is going to do a Pinterest one. I'll be doing Facebook, and then I'm trying to figure out about LinkedIn, what to do there. I've got some ideas on it, but I'm not utilizing it 100% like I should be because I do have a lot of connections in that world. in that corporate side of things, but it's coming. I'm just getting everything ready first, and then I'm moving into a lot of local networking type thing that I'm doing. The crash on 50 Shades. That's the group. Eli, that's the group. Yeah.
50 Shades
But when
of Orange.
Yes, 50 Shades of Orange Club. So, well, anyway, I'm going to sign off. I'm ready to hit the pool.
Yes.
Time to hit the pool. We've done our work for the day.
Gorgeous.
Isn't that
Oh my
amazing?
goodness.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We're here all week. It's like, slept so much.
I before we go, I have to give a plug for the Sea Commerce Cruise. So that's
Yes, please.
I am a co-organizer of the Sea Commerce Cruise. I'll put that in the title before we sign off. It is a conference cruise for online sellers, and we bring in a few speakers, and we have workshops on our sailing days. And then this trip, we're leaving out of Miami on February 14th this year, and we're doing the Eastern Caribbean cruise. So we get to work while we're sailing, and then play. So it's perfect. It's a perfect blend of networking and fun. So
Yes.
let's see.
I'll be on that cruise. We leave Miami on the 11th and come back on the 15th. So I'll wave to you in the ocean.
Oh, okay. We'll probably pass each other.
Now we'll be in Fort Lauderdale on the 10th.
Okay, I'll be
overnight.
in Miami on the 10th.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm staying in South Beach for 4 days. I'm flying in on the 10th, and
We're just
staying in South Beach.
Hopeful there's no ice in Nashville and that we can get out and get
Yeah.
down there in the night near the airport, and then we'll just take a shuttle down to the port of Miami to
Nice.
get on the boat the next day. So
Okay, so yeah, your boat. I'll probably watch your boat from South Beach.
it'll be the Norwegian Pearl.
Okay, we'll have to work something out. Maybe you can call me or something, and I can go wave from the shore.
Yeah, well, maybe we can have brunch.
Yeah, I won't have a car, so I don't. We can. Yeah, so that may not be possible. Maybe
All right,
next
well,
year. Maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe I'll go on it.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I'm sure that your courses would be very. We could definitely tailor something that would be geared toward the online seller, because you got me. So
That's right.
and there's more
All right.
people like me out there.
There's a lot of you.
Yes,
A whole lot.
Yes.
I buy from you. Oh.
All right, I love it. Keep it up. Shop Amazon.
Well, thank you guys. Thanks so much for coming on. And
Thanks, Sally.
Thank you,
I'll
Sally.
you're welcome. I'll be
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Thank you for having me.
I'll be sending you an email to get your addresses to send you. Oh, I already did to get send a gift. And then next week the show is about reverse engineering, and I've got a couple of guests for that. I can't remember exactly who I've got right now, but I think we had one spot open. So hopefully we'll get that filled up in the next few days, and we'll see you again. Thanks.
All right,
Bye.
thanks. Bye.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, ladies.
Bye-bye.
You too.
You too.